Hello again, viewers. Nice to see you again. This video I have the bike basically prepped up for an oil change. Compared to the last video, I've reinstalled the rear wheel, the front wheel, the brand new tires are on and balanced, brake discs are on and properly torqued to spec. The calipers are going to come up next. You can see that I had a lot of life left in the rear brake pads. Front pads are completely done. This one is at the end of the life. You can see the inner side cylinders, pistons are sticking out a lot. Now, thing is the following. I'm going to warm up the engine, start it up. I have to connect the negative terminal to the battery because I had it disconnected for reasons. And yeah, let me show you exactly what needs to be done. Basically, the oil filter is over here. The oil fill tube is over here. Engine takes around 2.8 liters of oil. The oil filter change, regardless, I have 4 liters of oil if need be to whatever. And I should be looking at a drain bolt right over here. You can see it now. Off camera, I will heat up the engine up until it gets around 60 degrees Celsius, just so the oil is free flowing and it's not even that cold right now, but you know, it's better to have a warmer oil than to leave it cold and just drain it. Anyways, my neighbors won't be happy if I start the bike up with no rear end can, so again, this is a job which I will do off camera. In just a few moments, you'll see the entire procedure. Now the bike is running, started very well. Water is close to 60, now 60 degrees Celsius, and I think it's ready to get the oil changed. I have a 5-liter canister. You can see now it's hacked up, a 19mm. The drain bolt is magnetic. I don't know if it's visible, but it doesn't have metal shavings inside of it. I don't know how visible it is on the rag, but it's clean. Don't forget to replace the copper o-ring with a brand new one. So here's the old one and here's the new one. It's a bit thicker. That will provide a better sealing surface. Just a tip, do check if the copper washer is malleable. If it bends easily with just your bare hands, then it's good to go. And here's the brand new copper washer. Normally on a vehicle you'd be changing this bolt, but this one is magnetic and it's reusable and it's not a problem to use it over and over again. I'll let the oil drain a lot and basically I'll show you the procedure on how to install the oil filter in just a couple of seconds. One more thing to mention is that the drain bolt, which is over here, is to be tightened at 43 Newton meters. So set your torque wrench 43 Newton meters and tighten it. Thread it in by hand to make sure that it sits nice tight. That's 43 newtons, exactly how it should be. Do not over tighten it, or else you will be ripping the thread inside the oil pan. Prepare yourself with rags on the bottom over here. Be very mindful of the fact that we have ran the engine and the exhaust manifolds are a bit warm. Not that warm, they are still, you can still keep the hands on them, but in order to avoid any unpleasant situations, my recommendation is to put a lot of rag. It will help you with cleaning after the mess. And now get this ratchet, this chain ratchet. It's a bit finicky to install it, and lefty loosey, righty tighty. Yeah, so it's loose. Of course there's a lot of oil dripping out. Take out of the box the new oil filter, high flow. Something in Japanese, something in English. Oh yeah, I can read English. Apply a thin film of oil on the gasket before screwing it on and tightening the cartridge. It says to tighten it to around 12 Newton meters. Basically, that's not really needed. It can be tightened by hand because it can. Now, from the old oil filter, put some oil on this gasket. You can use fresh oil as well, it's not a problem. And that's it in regards to draining the oil and changing the oil filter. Now we just have to create ourselves a funnel and pour in 2.8 liters of oil into the engine. I'll show you that in just a bit. Putting in the new oil. Careful, there's a seal over here. If it's not worn, you can reuse it. If it's worn, you need to replace it. They're a dime a piece at the auto parts store. Be sure to have everything clean. Okay, I have a clean funnel now. The oil can is a 4-liter oil can. So it's just under 2 liters. Don't know if it's visible, but you have to trust me on this one. It's 1.5 liters, so I need to put just a little more in. Just a bit more. Of course, you can be more precise than I am and measure it in measured cans or something like that. I don't know if it's visible. 1.3 something. You can always add more if need be, but I'm gonna stop right here. Clean up over here. Cap back on. Tighten it. Wipe all the areas. It would be great if you'd have a bit of brake cleaner to wash off any residue. That's it. See you in the next video.